everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Karen. If you are returning, hey gems! I hope everyone is doing well today. This video probably won't be up for a few days, and I still will have some giveaways going on. One ends March 5th, that's the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and the other one ends March 15th, and that is the Boxycharm base box for February. I really wanted to use the palette. You guys have messaged me and said, can you do more looks with this palette? I really did enjoy doing this look. Everything tied very well together. I also used Slay Glam lashes, and I didn't have any problems building up pigment this time. So some of the colors in that palette you do need to build up, and others you don't. So thank you so much for being here and clicking on this video, and let's get right into this. Hey everybody, so I really want to get into this video. I'm doing a look again with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 times Morphe collaboration, and I am so very excited to be doing this. March 5th, that giveaway closes, guys. If you have not entered it, you definitely want to do that. I want to go in with these four colors down here. They are Empowered, Next, Oh Hello, and Crazy. I did go in with Certified, which is this bright white, and just put that over my MAC paint pot. And now I'm excited to get in here with, I think I'm going to start with Next. And I'm going to use a Jaclyn Hill, what is this? The JH31. And we're just going to kind of pat this in my crease. I'm excited to use these berry colors. Kind of wintry. Hopefully we'll have spring soon, but you guys know. There's still snow in some places. Has it snowed recently where you guys are? Let me know, I'm just curious. But I want to put Next here in the crease and kind of just blend that in using this fluffy blending brush, like so. A lot of kickback in the pan, if you can see that there. I just want to take this time to, I didn't add any more color, but just to show you where to place the color, which is right here, and then you kind of want to blend it out like this until you get it where you want it, and you don't want to have any harsh lines when you're doing a look like this. There are some looks where people say, okay, blend, 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 right? Okay, well, depending upon if you want a sharp corner or if you want to do a wing, you're not going to blend that area so much. I mean, you're going to pat it in a direction to where it blends, or you're going to leave it a very fine line. So I know that sometimes things can get confusing when people are talking about, you got to blend, you got to blend. You do, but it depends on what kind of look, on how you're going to blend and how much you're going to blend. So this right here, I am taking my time blending. I really do want it seamless and smooth. So that's why I'm just taking the extra time to go over this. This takes me about 2 minutes to do each eye. Oh, I'm sorry, to do my eyes together, not each eye. But as you can see, it's laid down very nicely, this color. And I haven't lost any of the pigment. Now, mind you, in the purple I kind of did, and in the orange I did in that very first video. So, giving you guys some updates on this. I'm going to take this Morphe M421 brush, and I'm going to go into the Shimmer Empowered, which I think is super pretty. I'm looking for my setting spray. Anytime I use a shimmer, I automatically reach for setting spray, especially if it's on the lid where I'm placing it. Okay, so I've got this color on there. Look how pretty that is. Let's tap it off, and let's just kind of start right here. Ooh, look at that. Okay. I'm just really placing it where I want it right now. And then I will focus on making sure the color is laid down evenly. And then we'll go over it with a blending brush. I'm going to put like a transition shade right up here. And just the edge of this berry color right here is where I'm going to put it. And I'm going to use this brush here. It's a no-name, cheaper kind of brush that I found at TJ Maxx. But it'll serve the purpose. And to lay it down, and then I can go ahead and blend it out with an Eco Tools brush. Kind of a fluffy brush. That kind of thing. All right, so let me see. We'll go in with Perfectionist and Comfort Zone and Perfectionist. We're going to dip into that. That's what those colors look like. I'm just the edge, and watch how I'm holding the brush. Because we're just slightly coating it, is all we're doing. That's it. That's it, that's it, that's it. Get the other side though. And really it's just to help this berry blend into my skin and look more natural. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go over it gently. See how it softens it? It gives for a natural look. This is like a look I go for when I'm ready for t-shirts, leggings, sweatshirts. You know, I might go for a walk, I might go to the store, I might see a few people out that I know, and I know that I look nice. Okay, so now that I've blended that transition shade in there, I want to see if I want to do something darker here, what I want to go underneath the eye with, and if I want to use a black liner or not. Be careful when washing your brushes. Anyhow, I'm getting ready to do underneath my eye. I am going to go in with setting spray, and I'm going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that comes in their regular palettes that they have. And I'm going to go in with Oh Hello and Crazy. Put it on here. And usually I use a pencil brush, but all of them are dirty. So this, I have realized I can go ahead and substitute it. I'm going to go right underneath, right on my lash line. Just like that. And I want to make sure there's enough wetness when I go to do the other eye. Okay, so always setting spray because we don't want fallout. But again, if you're new, I wouldn't recommend using this brush. I know how to kind of tweak it and move it around and all that stuff. Always have your Q-tips handy, ladies. Always, always, always. Because you'll notice that sometimes you'll need to clean things up just a little bit. So now that I've laid down that color, which I think is super, super pretty, I'm going to bring it up a little bit so I can make the outer portion of my eye just a little bit darker. It's going to help it look like it's all blended nicely together. Right here is where I want it. And a little bit in the crease. See how I'm dabbing that right in my crease and see how that's starting to form together? That's what I want. I haven't added any new product to this brush either. I'm just using what's left over. It does have setting spray on it, so I have to let it dry before I decide to blend in that area. Use this side, not unless you can wash it and fix it and lay it flat. Not going to work for you. Mixing Crazy and Hello and putting that in my crease. Kind of more so focusing on the outer, right here. And I keep dipping into setting spray if I have to go back into the pans. Gonna let that dry and then blend it out. Is that if you're a little bit older and you have lids that aren't as firm as they used to be, stamping in the color is gonna help, as opposed to trying to blend it with a lid that wants to move with you. Okay, so back to letting this dry, and then we'll go into blend. Done with the lower lash line, but I am gonna go in with a fairer brush. It's kind of a more fluffy kind of brush on top, but it's got the density here. But all I want to do is take this and go to the outer edges. Get it. You know what? Let's use this mirror and see if you can get like a better feel for this. Put this one down. Okay, do you see where the separation of the colors is? Okay, right at the edge. You can start going this way. Remember, what you blend extends. And we didn't put any product on this brush. We're just using this to blend out. So we just want it to look nice and flawless. So circular motions right here is super important. And then look how it starts to blend together. It's like amazing. It's like, oh, yay. And you can go back and forth. Don't ever try to like use someone else's blending techniques and think that they're automatically going to work for you. The more you do this, the more you're going to see what works for your eyes. Okay. And see how I'm just kind of that outer edge, blending it, blending it, blending it. Just like that. And see the difference? Okay. So we'll start like this. Nice and slow. Don't go in there and like press the brush in there, because no. You're going to have yourself a really hard time, and then you're going to have a mess of pigment everywhere. We don't want that. And you'll notice the pigment's starting to pick up on that brush because you're blending. That's a good thing. That's nice and softly. Put this in the direction you want it to go. And get that outer part of the eye looking really nice and pigmented, but also like the color belongs there. Make one with the color, ladies. See the difference when you're blending? Like huge. We still have a little bit more to do here, so I'm going to have to go up and down to kind of get that pigment to lay flat and even. I'm showing you this because I think it will be really helpful to you guys. I see a lot of your messages. I see a lot of your comments about blending. You guys thinking that you're making a muddy mess when you do this. So I'm hoping that these techniques that I use will help you. Okay, much better. See how it kind of, all right, so now what I want to do is I want to focus on the lower lash line, and then we're going to go into eyeliner. I don't normally use on the lower lash line. This is the inner corner highlight brush, but it mimics a pencil brush, okay? And that's what I need to blend this out appropriately. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some setting spray on it, and then I'm gonna go back into Next, which is that color that I first used in my crease. I'm gonna tap it off, and then this is what I'm gonna do. The edges here, smoke it out. Okay, and now the eye looks like it's coming together. See how tightly we put that in there, and now we go back in and blend it out. And then look at the difference. Like this matches, and right now that doesn't. So I can go in on the other side. Oh, yes. And you know, I have this like little part right here where I may have to clean up, but sometimes that happens with pigment. No one's perfect. You will get pigment sometimes where you don't want it. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys to do your eyeshadow and feel happy about it and like the way that looks. See how now we've got, yes, yes, yes. Much better blending. I'm sorry, I get excited over eyeshadow. Does anyone else? It just changes your whole look. Like, people are like, Karen, sometimes you look like a different person. It depends on what I do with my makeup that day. So, yeah, I get it. Okay, so Q-tips. The reason I want Q-tips is sometimes that pigment will get into the corner where you don't want it, and you want that part tight. But here, we have a nice blended eye. This one here, just a tiny bit, was a tiny bit extended further than what I wanted it to. But it's no big deal because you can clean it up with a Q-tip just like I'm doing to make everything look perfecto. What we have, and now what we want to do is we want to figure out what we want to do with the inner corner, and then what we want to do right here to kind of just make that eye pop and not look all berry-like. So I think we're going to go in with Drama Queen. Yes, I think we are. I wiped off this brush. I'm going to go in with Drama Queen. Coat it nicely. Tap anything off. Then, I love this mirror. I love it. Right where the inner corner is, I'm going to stamp Drama Queen in here. Kind of swoop it up and down. Connect it down here a little bit. And see if that is the color I want there. It is super, super light, so I'm not really liking that. I think I want something brighter. So what I'm going to do is change it. I'm going to go in with I'm In It, which is this shimmery, beautiful white. And I'm going to generously put some on here, but I use setting spray, so it'll minimize the fallout and it should stick properly. Okay, let's go back in here and go over that. Pull it up, pull it down a little bit. Much better. It's going to take a few coats, I believe, which, again, I told you guys about this palette. Some of the pigment you have to build, definitely. Corner done, and I'm liking that. So I'm going to take I'm In It again with the same brush, and I'm going to use it right here on my brow bone. It's really going to tie this look together. It's going to make it pop. Look at the difference. I love it. Okay, yeah. Highlighting the brow bone can make pretty much any look stand out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, sometimes you got to build these colors to get them the where you want. Some of them I haven't had to do that with. Others I have. Now I want to go back in with that Fairer brush, was it? Was it the Fairer brush, guys? Help me out. Was it the Fairer brush? I think it was the Fairer brush. You know what? No. The Eco Tools is the one I want. And where I put that highlight, I'm just going to blend that in. There's nothing on this brush. I just don't want it to look like it starts and stops somewhere. So that's why I did that. Now, do we want to do something here? Now, I see where I put that shimmer. It's actually the pigment there. I didn't lose it, so I'm super happy about that. That looks great to me. So what I want to do now is grab a flat brush, like this one here. This is the Luxie. Does it have a number? Precision Crease, the Luxie 246. I definitely want to go in with some setting spray. And I'm also going to go in with I'm In It. And I'm only going to coat one side of the brush and tap it. And then what I'm going to do is put it right here. That looks super pretty. I'm liking it. I just want it in the middle of my eyeball. That's it, just the middle of my eyeball. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, and I'm gonna go in and do the other eye. Going in with an Eco Tools brush that looks like this, similar to that Luxie one, and I just kind of spread this out. So again, it looks like it belongs. Barely touching it, but you see how I have that pop there still? It's just not as bright. So it doesn't look like I just slapped something on there. And I do that on each side. I didn't add anything to this brush. I just want that pop to soften on the outer edges. Like that. Now we want to go in with some liner. I am going to use black, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I still can't find Hank, and that's my favorite liquid liner. But I did go in with something that I do like, the Benefit Roller Liner Eyeliner in black. And I also went in with the Kat Von D Cake Pencil on my lower waterline and my upper waterline. And see how I just have a really, really thin line right there? It's just to define everything and bring it all together. So what I am going to do is go in with some mascara on the upper and lower lash line, and then I'm going to add a lash. Just one coat will do. And this is the one I use for right now. I always switch mascaras though, always. Okay, so I put on the leggings, but I decided to tease up my hair a little bit and put on some earrings, and I did put on Jeffree Star's liquid lip. And guys, the lashes that I used today were Slay Glam, but they were ones that extend a little bit on the outer corner and are shorter here. Like I was telling you, you want an eyelash that's going to fit your look, and we did extend our shadow out to the point where it came on an angle instead of going in a circular kind of motion. So that's why I chose this lash, because it works well with this look. I don't know if I'm liking the hair that high, but that's okay. So now we want to go with, where's Jaclyn's highlight? Oh, we're going to do Jaclyn's highlight. Okay, so if you guys have seen, this is the Flash palette. I really do love the packaging, I'm not gonna lie, I really do. And we want to go in with her highlighting brush from her Morphe Jaclyn Hill Master Brush Collection. And I think we're going to go in with Iced. Let's go in with Iced. Nice and soft highlight. I'm not looking for extravagance there. I did use an extravagant lash. God, I love highlight. Anyone else feel the same way? Are you in love with your highlight? Because I am. Alright. I did not go into contouring or using much of a bronzer today, just kind of a little tiny bit. Kids always interrupt you. They always do. Okay, so this is my finished look using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette again. And, you know, I kind of like, when I was getting ready to figure out what colors I wanted to use, I wanted to go with the berry. I knew that Jeffree Star's mystery shade that we just got in the Valentine's mystery box was going to go well with this. You see that it all ties together, and I love that. So I may end up straightening my hair a little bit. I may not. I don't know yet. I just wanted to do something a little bit different because I probably will run a few errands today. You know, that's it. And I just want it to look nice. But overall, I am enjoying the Jaclyn Hill palette. Definitely the Volume 2. I do have to build up some of the colors. These colors actually did not need much building up at all. So it's some of them in the palette and some of them are fine. So have you gotten your palette yet? Do you have any questions about it? Is there something I can help you with? And did you enjoy this tutorial? Leave all that information down below. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not subscribed yet, I would love it if you would join the Gem family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Movies, our love is what they talk about,